Welcome to my LEGO Star Wars comparison review of the new and old X-Wing sets. This is the old one here. It was originally released in 1999, and then they also re-released the same set in 2002. I got it when it first came out in 1999, and it was originally $30. It's set number 7140, and it has 263 pieces. And this set also came with a utility train that the new one doesn't have. And this set has 4 minifigs, whereas the new one over here has 6. And the new one's set number is 6212. And I say new, but it came out in 2006, so it's not real new, but newer than this one. And this one has 437 pieces, and it originally cost $50. And then, like I said, these are the minifigs, and I'll go ahead and show you the box for the new one. These are the minifigs. You can see there on the end, and I'll show you all of them on a close-up too. And then this is the back of the box. One thing I noticed about this box is that it doesn't feel like the other boxes. Most of the boxes have like a glossy feel to them, but this one just has a different feel to it. It's not like your usual boxes. But let's go ahead and move into the close-up so I can show you everything on the sets. Now for the close-up review of the X-Wings. And we're going to start with the old one. And I'll go ahead and start with the minifigs first. This is the Rebel Mechanic from this set. Nothing too special about him, but you don't get him in the new one. And you can see he has some hair there if you take his hat off. No detail on the back, but I'll show you anyway. Then you have Biggs Darklighter, and you only get him in the older set. In the new set you get Wedge, but so that's the Biggs you get in the old set. And his helmet is also different than the one that Luke Skywalker wears. I'll just show you that real quick. And this is Luke Skywalker. And he does, of course, get his lightsaber there. And you can see in the older sets, the lightsabers had the shinier handle, which I think is cool. And that's the helmet that I was mentioning just a second ago that's different. So that's the Luke Skywalker you get. And this is R2-D2. I like the older R2-D2s a lot better because they do have more white up here, and also the silver on top is shinier. And I think it just looks a lot better, a lot cleaner. And then this is your utility vehicle here. And this is the front part here. You would put a minifig right here and let it drive it right here. And then you get your middle section, nothing too special about it. And this is the back. You get a black set of tools with this set here, and they just snap into the little yellow holder pieces right there on the sides. So that's your utility train. Now this is the actual ship that came in the set. You know, this is the front part here, and now here's the cockpit. This is almost the same piece that they use in the new one. And I'll show you the difference here in just a second when I get the new ship out. And it just lifts open like that. And that's the inside there. You can see that. And then on this older one, you have a cargo spot right here that opens up, and they would put like the lightsaber in there. And then these are the cannons that you get on the sides. Of course you get 4 of those. And the wings just lift up like this. You know, and you can move the bottom one also if you want to. And this is an older set, so it is a little stiff. And then, but these are the engines on the back here. You got the 4 engines there. and this is the other wing here. But that does it for the older one. And let me just move this out of the way, and I'll pull the new one up here. Okay, and we'll go ahead and start with the minifigs. This is the R2-D2 you get in the new set, and you may have noticed that he is identical to the one in the old one. As for new sets, this is probably one of the only ones you get an older version of R2-D2. And like I said, I like the older versions better, so I like that they went back to that for this set. So that's your R2-D2. And this is Wedge Antilles. Like I said, in the old one you get Biggs, so this one you get Wedge Antilles, and that's the helmet that you get on him. And here is Princess Leia. You don't get her at all in the old set, so I like that they included her, of course. And as I've mentioned in one of my other videos, this hairpiece is probably only ever going to be seen on a Princess Leia, unless it's a custom, of course. But the hair is just so unique to her, they're probably not ever going to put that on a different minifig. So that's Princess Leia. And of course, you couldn't have the set without Luke Skywalker. And you do get the lightsaber with him. And the newer lightsabers are not as shiny as the old ones I showed you just a second ago. But the helmet is the same as the old one. So that's your Luke Skywalker. And you also get Han Solo, who is again not in the old set. But nothing too special about this minifig. You've probably seen him before. He's in a few sets. But so this is Han Solo here. And here is Chewbacca. You don't get Chewie in too many sets, but he is in several others. I don't have too many different Chewies, so I like that they included him in the new one. You don't get him in the old one. And I'll show you, his head is one whole piece. That whole piece comes off like that. And that's the back there. And then here is the ship here. And then this is the cockpit here. And like I said, this is almost identical to the old piece. As far as shape, it is the same, but the printing on it is white or instead of the gray, so that it matches this ship, of course. And again, it just lifts up like that. And that's the inside of it there. I'll just close that back. And that's the top part of the ship there. You don't get the cargo spot on the top of this one. Instead, it's on the bottom here. And it just opens up right there. And this is the landing gear there, just to stabilize it. And these are the cannons on the side there. And you don't move the wings the same in this one as you would in the old one. In this one, you've got this piece here that turns, and that just widens the wing out. Back this up so you can see it good. And if you keep turning, it'll just go back the other direction. Like that. And what it does is whenever you turn it, it moves this piece right here, inside here. So you can see that. You can turn that either direction. And these are the engines on the back here and here. And also, a neat thing that they did include in the new set is that you can take this piece off on the wing here on both sides and replace it with some little pieces that they included, and it goes from the red 5 that it is now, and you can change it to the red 3. So I like that they did include those extra pieces for you, so you can have either ship that you want to play with. So that does it for the close-ups on both ships. But before we go, I just have a few more things to say. So now for my thoughts on the sets. Personally, I really like the newer one better. However, I think for playability, the old one might beat it out just a little bit, for the fact that the wings move so much easier in the older one. But I do like the way the wings move in the new one. But it might take away from playability just a little bit, just because you can play with this easier and quicker. And I do like that you do get the utility train in this one. That was just kind of a neat little thing. However, the minifigs are, of course, better in the new one. But, you know, they're getting better on the minifigs every time they put out new sets. That's just kind of a given with Lego. So I really like both of the sets. I think I kind of like the colors in the older one better. It kind of, to me, it just fits more with the Star Wars kind of theme. But both of the sets are really great. And I want to thank everyone for watching my show. And I hope you'll comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching the BrickQueen.